Good evening, everybody. I don't know if you heard that cat, but just as I was pressing the button, the cat announced that we were coming in. I'm assuming that cat's a ghoul. If he's not, he should not be here because it's a breach of the Masquerade. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight on Vampire the Masquerade, on Folk and Myth. We are very happy to have you here. We have a whole bunch of people tonight that are playing with us some Vampire for the first time here. We'll get to meet them after the show. The last thing I'm going to say before we get into it is due to a particularity of something that is going on in the game. Some of the players have been infected with a plague that is affecting vampires, and the result of that is that their rouse checks are made at a disadvantage. So in some cases, some of these people are going to have a little bit of a harder time than some others. But what are you going to do? The cookie crumbles. Let us begin, my friends, if you will, with tonight's one-shot, which follows directly the last one-shot we did, which was called Medusa, in a bit of a foreshadowing move. And we will find out exactly how this game follows that one momentarily. First, a little bit of Dante's Inferno for you. I saw these victims of continued death, for lived they never, were naked all, and loud around them closed a never-ceasing cloud of hornets and great wasps, that buzzed and clung, weak pain for weakling meat, and where they stung, blood from their faces streamed, with sobbing breath, and all the ground beneath, with tears and blood was drenched, and crawling in that loathsome mud, there were great worms that drank it gladly. Thence I gazed far forward, dark and wide the flood that flowed before us. Your characters, at least some of you, are infected with the Medusa plague. The impact of this infection, as you've realized, is a deficiency in the blood, making it more difficult for you to rouse your blood and activate some of your powers, or even to wake up. So let's begin tonight by having everyone make a rouse check for the evening, if you would, please.
And we said that was a disadvantage.
Yes. All right, your sheets will have been updated. If you failed, you will have an extra hunger. You don't really start feeling too bad until you get to 3 hunger, so just keep an eye on that little bit.
So with the disadvantage, what you were saying before is we roll. If we get a success, we roll again.
And you keep the second.
Get a success the second time, it's fine, right?
That's right.
Okay. But even if we succeed both, we still have a hunger of 1. Correct?
Yes, because you start with 1. The only way to not have 1 is to kill while you.
Right. Okay. Well, I did succeed twice.
Excellent.
I succeeded once, and the second one is a 0, but not a fail.
Excellent.
I did not succeed.
Hunger spreads. Nicholas.
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit, if you will, about, since we're talking about hunger, since we're talking about feeding, tell us a little bit how Nicholas goes about doing such a thing.
Assuming that we're going off a time before this plague, Nicholas lives in Queens, and most of the time he is a consensualist, meaning that those that he feeds from choose to accept their fate in that regard. There are times in which he has succumbed to the hunger and killed, but on this particular night, where we go back in the memory a bit, you find him slipping down a narrow back alley off of Steinway in Astoria. There's a single black door with a small bronze placard next to it that has the text "Ink and Bone" inscribed into it. It's an occult bookstore that Nicholas funds. And tonight, he's meeting a friend, a woman named Marisol, who at one time had some issues with addiction. And she was only saved by her interest in the occult and coming across Nicholas' path. He recognized in her a person that was a victim of circumstance in many ways, not too dissimilar from himself, and thus he helped to get her back into a sense of normalcy. They meet like this periodically, where she offers a donation of blood. He never pierces her with his fangs. He merely allows her to drain the blood into a chalice, goblet, sometimes even just a coffee mug. This particular night, however, as she is in the middle of providing her gift to him, he has already set aside a few tomes for her to read, both during and after, and there is a hammering fist upon the door. Now, this being New York, that's not entirely unheard of, but in this instance, a voice yells out after her. A former acquaintance of hers, the man who set her on her path originally, apparently following her. And as Nicholas could see the fear in her eyes and her instinctively yank away the draining of her blood, he can feel his disgust and his ruthlessness rise up. Snap of the finger, the lights in the room go out. She instinctively screams at first, but then quiets as Nicholas rapidly moves to the door. As he flings it open, he sees this very obviously drug-addicted man, and he cannot hold back his hunger or his hatred of this man, yanking him into the darkness of the room. All she can do is hear Nicholas hunt him and begin to drain him of every ounce of blood that he possesses.
And as you bite into him, and as the blood fills your mouth and you swallow in great gulps, and it starts to settle into your stomach strangely. It settles into your stomach very heavily, a feeling that you've not really experienced in countless decades now. It settles very heavily, and as you pull back from him, you feel your limbs stiffening, you feel your joints hardening, and you watch in horror as your skin starts to turn into stone. You hear it crack as you try to move and try to get away from this, whatever this is that is going on. All around you is dark. All around you is black, and your skin is turning mottled gray. And as you start to feel it completely take you over, the last thought in your mind is that you're not gonna die from this because you don't breathe. And as you are turned into stone, the room around you darkens, becomes the deepest of deepest blacks. And you know somehow you're in the abyss, and in front of you, from this incredibly deep darkness, a face emerges, and a voice like that of an elderly grandmother speaks out as the eyes lock upon yours. I see you found your way back home, Nicholas. Grandmother has been waiting for you. Come, take my hand, and you watch as from the darkness, a deeper part of darkness detaches itself. This long, jointed arm reaches out with long fingers for your hand, and you try to pull back, but you're turned to stone. You can't, and the fingers start interlacing with yours. And all of a sudden you hear screeching, and you feel little legs climbing up behind you as this white rat crawls up over your shoulder and up along your arms, and grandmother recoils from this rat. She shrieks and pulls away. You watch her recoil into the dark, becoming part of that impenetrable darkness. The rat turns to you and looks at you. It whispers to you, "The Magic Palace." And you hear grandmother shriek again, and as she shrieks, you wake up the sound of the train pulling into the Montreal station, overlapping, dovetailing with the shriek from the grandmother. You realize it's been about a week now since you had your first dream similar to this one, turning to stone in darkness, the grandmother speaking to you. She's never been this clearly defined, though. She's never been this forward and has never touched you before. You can't help but feel that something's very wrong in the abyss right now. But the train pulls into the station in Montreal. What do you do?
Nicholas lingers for quite some time. Last one off the train. And as he steps out into the air, he breathes in the almost forgotten scent of home. At least the home he knew in a mortal life.
Lazarine, you are in Montreal already,
Yes.
a denizen of the city.
Mhm.
Would you be so kind as to tell us, perhaps, a little story about how you feed?
Of course. I'm not quite as kind in my choices as Nicholas. I am particular with whom I choose, and I tend to hunt what is described as the siren type of predator. I usually aim for men specifically, men who have a history or whom I have witnessed being cruel towards women. It is always something I look for, and I actively stay around certain areas of Montreal in the hopes of finding a target. And when I do, I usually offer them a certain type of service. It is very easy to get abusive men who like to think of power to follow. It is easy when you look innocent and sweet to them. And when I take them to wherever it is they want me to take them, be it their apartment, a hotel, I pull out my tarot cards. I put it off as a sort of foreplay. And I suggest that I read their fate before we move on. And for some reason, I always pull the same 3 cards. Every time. Knight of Swords, the Devil, and Judgment. Once I pull those cards, they tend to laugh it off, think it's ominous and just a game. And I will sit in their lap, straddle them, make them think that something will happen, but it is not what they expect. Usually I give them a kiss on the throat, followed by the fangs. And from the initial kiss, as one might call it, from the initial bliss that arises from it, I don't allow it to last very long. I dig in my nails as deep as they will go. I hold hard enough to bruise and to leave the memory of me upon them as they have on women. And then I leave.
Only this time, as you go to leave, something happens. You stand up from your victim, and you feel this weight settle upon you. There's this stiffness in your joints and your arms and feet and your neck as you attempt to remove yourself from their presence. They stare at you with their open, listless, horror-filled eyes, and you feel your skin start to turn into stone, this mottled gray stone. You freeze in place, your body entirely transformed, a living statue. And that's when the orderlies come in. They move in very quickly, very efficiently. 2 of them, you recognize them from your time at Covington. And you can hear the screams echoing down the halls of the other women in this place, and the 2 orderlies approach you and lift you, but they shouldn't be able to. You're made of stone now. You should be so heavy, but they lift you up without a care, and they bring you into the other room where this glass coffin awaits you. They place you into this glass coffin and close the lid. One of them has an armful of roses, which he scatters upon the lid, and you are inside, frozen in stone, encased in glass. You try to scream, but you can't. Then you see it. A rose moves, then another one, and soon this little face, this little white rat face, pushes through the roses, bumps its nose on the glass, and whispers to you, "The Magic Palace." The coffin shatters into a million pieces as you fall through it, the weight of the stone finally breaking the glass. And when you fall to the ground, you wake up. You realize you were in the middle of a reading. You're on the floor of your shop. The people that you were reading for are scampering, running out of the shop in fear for their lives at whatever it is they just saw you do. And when you look down on the floor, there's only one card there, amongst the shards of a glass that has broken as you fell. It is the tower. And you hear the words again. The magical palace. What do you do?
I pick up the tower card and give it a very long look. And being relatively new to the city, in comparison of some other denizens, I'm not entirely sure what the Magic Palace means in this situation, so I do believe that I will have to look into it. I also will need a strong pick-me-up. Unfortunately, tea is not something I can drink anymore. But I will most likely go to the back of my shop, put out the closed sign first, of course, and retreat into the darkness and my thoughts, as scattered as they may be, for however long I need.
Tiffany. I know you don't like being told what to do, but perhaps you would entertain us with a story about how you feel.
I guess. So, Tiffany can be found in an old abandoned haunted house just outside La Ronde, a amusement park in the city. She's made it her own little play place. It's been said to be haunted by the mortals, and there are plenty of them that will find their way in to figure out what's going on in there, and she has fun with them. This time, it was a dude with a camera. He was trying to find some ghosts, some haunted parts, some sounds, anything that he could. As he was walking around with his camera, he heard something unexpected, a very clear voice from the shadows. And as he turned to look, he saw this girl perched up on top of a shelf. She looked like she was plucked right out of the 80s grunge scene, punk hair up in a mohawk, clothes tattered in just the right way. And she gives him a wicked smile as she asks him what he's doing. This place is haunted, don't you know? You shouldn't be here. He asks her why she's there also. And she says, well, I'm here looking for some fun. And it seems that fun has found its way to me. She tells him to drop his camera and break it. And without a thought, he does. It's easy to manipulate mortals. It's so easy to get in their minds. When he's comes back, slightly confused about what he's just done, she just smiles and says, get ready for a long night. I spend my time getting into his head, making him feel like he's crazy, making him feel like he's outside, finally free, just to get him back. When he's lucid, I cut him up, I punch him down, I make him afraid, because fear, the blood gets hot, and it tastes so much better. And when he's finally scared enough, right before he loses hope, I bite my fangs into him, and I take a nice long drink.
And as you step away from him, you too feel this weight coursing through your veins, settling in your stomach. You hear the sound of the amusement park outside, people laughing, the rides moving around. Everything suddenly seems so loud and so overwhelming. And as you try to back away from him, you find yourself becoming stiff. Your arms, your legs, everything about you grows gray and hard and impossible to move. And you try, because you, if nothing else, have a fucking drive to not be fucking held against your will. And so you try, and as you do, you feel the cracking in the leg. And as you try and force yourself to move, your leg breaks apart, the stone shattering. You fall to the ground, this broken, fallen statue. And as you hit the ground, you find yourself hearing the sound of the amusement park around you. All those different noises, all those different sounds coalesce into two words: Magic Palace. And you see on the ground where you lay a rat scurrying around, moving from shadow to shadow and looking at you. And suddenly you're yanked from off the sofa where you were sleeping as your sire, Xavier, grabs you by the arm, throws you off the bed or off the couch and onto the floor. I fucking told you, you can't come in here while you're fucking ill. You cannot bring that shit into my house.
I'm not high. I'm fine.
That's not what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. The fucking plague. I told you, you cannot bring that thing in here.
What the fuck am I supposed to do? What, you're the only one I know who could cure this thing, and what? What am I supposed to just walk around the streets doing nothing? You said I can't fucking spread it. I can't even eat.
I can't cure this. What makes you think I can cure this? You think I'd fucking let you walking around? What was that?
You do everything.
Yes, I do. And that's going to stop right now because your feeding is your responsibility. All right? It's the simplest fucking thing in the world. It's the only thing you have to worry about. I can't fucking do everything for you, Tiffany.
I don't have any trouble feeding. I can find my own fucking food. They come to me. It's so easy. Look, you have connections. You have the wherewithal and the age.
You think
do something?
I think that's you're just fucking waltz in here and expect me to fix this for you? See, that's your problem. You sit in your little lair out there in Laron like a little fucking spider, and you wait for them to come in. You don't choose them. You fucking take whichever fucking asshole walks in willy-nilly into your little fucking trap. You have no clue who they are. You have no clue where they've been. You have no clue what the fuck they've been putting in their bodies. All right? That is literally the only thing you have to worry about. And you seem to forget one thing. And he comes over and he looms right over you. And you feel again like this presence of his that's always kind of so intimidating when he comes up like this. And he's not like a big guy, but it's just this presence. And he looks you right in the face and he says, "You keep forgetting something. That I feed off of you. And so this body," and he pokes you in the chest, "is my body too. And what you put in it affects me. And I don't know where the fuck you got this plague. But now because you got it, I can get what I want and what I need." And he reaches up and he grabs your face and he holds your jaw in his fingers, his vice-like fingers. "You are going to go the fuck out there. And you are going to find a way to get yourself clean. And when you do, you are going to get yourself a fucking clean herd. One where you know where the fucking humans have been cavorting. And you're gonna stop bringing this shit in my house. Are we fucking clear?"
She's gonna spit in his face.
And when you do, it hits him, and this mix of saliva and a bit of your blood rolls down his cheek. And there's this moment when normally you would expect to see fury in a person's eyes. But with him, it's never like that. There's this calmness that settles in. And he smiles. And he hauls back and he slaps you across the face so hard. And you spin. And as you do, you feel tendrils of darkness emanating from your own shadow and crawl up your body and start wrapping themselves around your hands and start wrapping themselves around your throat. And in a moment, these tendrils are holding you up off the ground, your feet dangling a good foot above. He comes up to you again, looking up at you now. Don't think this is a reward. I know you're enjoying this. This is not a reward. And you better enjoy it because it's the last time you're going to get anything from me until you get yourself clean. Because I don't like spoiled meat. When he says that, he steps back and the tentacles release you and you fall to the ground. He comes over and he leans down and he kneels and he puts one of his knees right into your shoulder and he squishes you down and his other hand reaches down around your throat. Don't make me repeat myself.
Fine. But what the fuck is the Magic Palace?
The Magic Palace?
I keep having these fucking dreams about turning to stone, and then a rat comes up and tells me the Magic Palace. It's the only fucking thing it says.
It's a fucking casino on the South Shore. Fuck does that have to do with anything?
I don't know. Look, it's the only thing I have, okay? The only lead.
Then follow it.
By myself?
He pushes your head back and he gives you a kiss right on the neck, right there. Yeah, by yourself. Go and get yourself fucking clean, Tiffany. And he gets up. He turns and he walks out of the room, leaving you right there on the floor.
She'll stand up and like brush herself off. Fucking casino? Guess I have a place to start.
Vincent.
Yes.
You've been hired by the Anarch Baron of the South Shore, the Gangrel Leonie, to find 4 missing kindred she sent to Montreal about a week ago. Your first lead was a bar called Fofun's Electric, a punk bar. You tracked them there, and you met Theo, a Gangrel, who runs the joint and is an Anarch recruiter. Theo told you that they were at his place, but 2 of them appeared to be infected with the plague. You know there's rumors of this plague running around that kindred are picking up off the humans and spreading with their bite. He showed you security camera footage where you saw the 4 of them, plus a young woman that you don't know, approach a dealer in the parking lot. They used some vampire shit to terrify him and his bodyguards. And then they grabbed the dealer and they rolled off with him. You tracked a girl down, a human called Vicky. Turns out she works for someone called the Rat King, a kind of mythical figure in the underworld of Montreal, patron saint of the homeless and disenfranchised. She told you that he's very keen in finding out more and would reward any info about the drug or the plague that you might bring. She told you that the 4 of them went back to the South Shore, to this abandoned casino called the Magic Palace. And that's where you are now, having stopped on the way in for a bite to eat. Tell us a little bit about that, would you?
Stopping on the way in is a bit of a understatement. While Vincent is in Montreal, he has contracts. He is hired by Camarilla and Anarch alike. And in this instance, there is a contract from the Camarilla that he has to complete. It's an investigator journalist by the name of Kent Rice. He's gotten a bit too close to the going-ons. I am contracted to keep their hands clean, and this is what I do. On my way in, I pick up Kent Royce. He thinks he has ordered an Uber. When a car shows up and calls your name out, you just sort of assume that's it. Doesn't check his phone. You're supposed to check the app to make sure you get in the right car. They don't always do this. We drive. He talks to himself, to me. I am silent. And just about the time he realizes that we've turned the wrong way is when I slam my foot on the brake, and the seatbelt in the back that I have worked to pops. And he comes forward into my knife. I am not a traditional feeder. I do not like to drink from the vein. I have a bit of a condition that makes me a little uncontrollable in such circumstances. Therefore, I prefer to bottle to back. And this is what I do with Kent. I take from him what I need. I will be paid in blood bags as well. And then I dispose of the body. I drop his body into the secret pool at Allen Memorial Institute. It's a pool just outside of Mount Royal Park. Make sure the head hits the edge to mask the knife wound. Drinking a bag of the blood to say to myself, I continue my larger contract towards this magic palace, towards this drug, this disease.
As you're scoping out the magic palace, an abandoned casino, Montreal South Shore, just on the edge of the reservation, you notice approaching from various angles others that you recognize immediately as kindred, drawn by these dreams of yours, these messages to find the magic palace. All of you have, in one way, shape, or form, found out about this old casino, the kind of cheap, off-the-strip sort of casino that has mostly one-armed bandits and things of that nature, and a little bit of poker maybe. Nothing very spectacular. You all stand at the edge of a cracked parking lot. Before you is the husk of the magic palace. It's once a proud neon signage, now a rusted skeleton, barely clinging to the concrete facade. In the 80s, some of you have discovered, this place was a bit of a beacon, a garish, low-class slot joint. The hum of slot machines, the shimmer of sequins, the smoke-thick laughter spilling out into the night. Another broken neon sign, this one in the shape of a woman's mouth, announces the strip club that used to occupy the secondary building behind the main casino. Frolics, it was called. But that was decades ago, and now silence wraps the place up like a body bag. All four of you recognize the presence of other kindred. You all see each other. Let's go around the table and give us a description of your character. And we'll start with Tiffany. What do the others see?
Tiffany. Yeah, so as she walks up, you see the mid-calf black leather boots with chains on them, tight black jeans with rips in them, a chain hanging from her waist. She's wearing a black tank top, ripped mesh underneath it, lots of jewelry, and her hair has been meticulously raised up into a moderately sized. And she has very distinct red makeup on, red lips, and long cat's eye makeup. She has her hands clenched as she is sort of walking by herself, looking mostly pissed off at being here. And she kind of crosses her arms when she notices the rest of you waiting, seeing if anyone's going to make a move or what is happening.
Who would like to go next?
I'll take it. So Nicholas stands just under 6 feet tall. He's fairly lean, has a fairly unassuming, kind of quiet demeanor about him, except his eyes are cool blue, almost like black ice in a way. He has fairly long black hair, fairly tousled, not very well kept. He has a not very expensive suit jacket on, simple shirt, not even a tie. Looks like a businessman, but not a very good one, we'll say. Yeah, all in all, not one that you would expect to wield the power that he does.
What about Lazarine?
So Lazarine, height-wise, very average, 5'6", but she is dressed in a, let's call it goth-adjacent fashion, as in she wears corsets, long skirts, but it's more of a recall to the Victorian era rather than a full goth. So there's a bit more color, not necessarily pure black, but everything is lace, everything is corset, and the skirt is ankle length. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. She has raven black hair that she wears piled on top of her head in an updo with all kinds of pieces falling off of it, as if she didn't know quite how to properly pin her hair. And her makeup is a combination of different eras to an extent. So she has the winged eyeliner of the 1950s, but she wears her lips like someone in the early 1900s would. She looks very lost, for lack of a better term, and she carries in her gloved hands a velvet pouch that is seemingly square-shaped, as if it contained a deck of cards.
And Vincent, what do they see as they approach?
Vincent is a, as much as possible, unassuming individual. 5'8" of indiscriminate origin. Comes from Italy, grew up in Mexico, moves all around the United States. Long hair that always has a piece that comes out of the knot over the course of things. Glasses, beard, much as you see here on the camera. Business type shirt and tie underneath a hoodie, underneath a jacket. Layers are important, and a bag slung that contains ritual items, forensic kit, assorted weapons. His hands appear empty, but as two of the three people here are fully aware, that doesn't mean they actually are empty. And one by one, he sees Nicholas, and then he sees Tiffany, And then he doesn't know her name, but he saw her when he was contracted to attempt to kill her sire. And Nicholas is finding himself confronted with 3 failures of his past.
You mean Vincent?
Yes, Vincent is. Sorry,
Nicholas has plenty of failures in his past, let's be clear, but not in this instance.
Not
yes,
yet.
Vincent is finding himself confronted with 3 failures of his past.
What do you all do?
I think Nicholas just has a smile on his face as he recognizes Vincent, and he kind of chuckles to himself a little bit and says, I see you took my advice.
What the hell is this?
Don't worry, I didn't come here for you. If that's what you're thinking. And Nicholas kind of looks at the other 2 up and down and just gives a very slight nod.
Okay, what the fuck is going on? Why are you guys here?
Am I supposed to know you?
I know you. You don't know me, but I know your sire.
Oh.
Yes, he is somebody that I tried and failed to kill, much like these 2 here.
Like
No, I knew I recognized you. Oh, dude. How was that meal? Oh, that was so fucking fun.
I am here on assignment. I don't know what the fuck the 3 of you are doing here. And I assume it is not to welcome me.
your assignment is not one of us, is it?
Unfortunately not. Though I can make an exception. Or 2.
You want to go round 2?
Tempt me, please.
Come on now, job's a job. We all have our own lives. It's not necessary.
I was sent here to locate missing individuals. What brings the 3 of you here?
Perhaps we're missing individuals ourselves.
I'm not missing.
Really hope that I'm missing. It would make my life so much easier if people thought I was gone.
So we are doing the traditional kindred talking around in circles, not answering the question shit then.
Oh, no, not at all. I just think Fortune brought us here. And she'll pull out the card Wheel of Fortune.
A rat brought me here.
Oh, you too?
Now we are getting somewhere.
I thought I was the only one who saw the thing, but I'm glad to hear I'm not the only one having the dreams this time.
Dreams, yes. Let's call them dreams. That's a lot better way of putting it.
Well,
Did you also encounter this rat?
Oh yeah. A few times.
The 3 of you have encountered a rat, and I have come here to find a rat king.
A rat king.
Yes, he is a bit of an underground individual within our circles.
This
and
isn't
he's
fucking
named.
York.
And he's named after a knot of rats. Why?
Perhaps you can ask him.
I don't know who I'm looking for.
Well, if you all came here looking on the backs of rats, it would be assumed that they came from the king, yes?
I followed the cards. And what my dreams tell me to do.
Okay, so we all had dreams about rats, and there's a rat king who is protecting us for what?
I had no such dreams. I am here on assignment.
Was your rat white too?
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah. Weird.
Ironically, that's the least weird aspect of my dreams.
Oh, we haven't mentioned the rest.
Okay, so what, are we supposed to fucking work together or something?
Oh no, I plan on continuing my job entirely. If the three of you are here, you're on your own business. I'm going to go inside and do what I'm supposed to do. If you're not here to kill me, wonderful. If you are, I'll see you inside.
Hang on a second, Vincent. Come on now. This can work out in everyone's favor. It doesn't have to be sour. We've all at one time or other worked with other kindred, whether we want to admit it or not. And the opportunity is affording us here a moment where we might be able to do so again. And whether or not you like it, it might benefit us, at the very least, given the circumstances.
I am under specific contract from the Anarch Baron of the South Shore. If you are wanting to assist, to find out whatever it is that you're looking for, please be my guest, but do not interfere with what I'm trying to find.
I'm sure you can fail all on your own. You
I
got
would
it.
love
Look
to.
like we're interfering. I'm sorry, that was not my intention.
How is Leone these days?
What do you do?
I'm going inside.
All right. Mind if I tag
had a
along?
question about Valerius.
Please.
You said you failed to kill him, yes?
He was a contract. He is very crafty. I was unable to catch him, but I saw you in the process. You are not my contract.
You wouldn't happen to know where he's gone, would you?
If I knew where he went, I would be on his tail.
Ah, shame. Well, I guess it's back to the rats then.
Back to the rats. And I will go inside, nodding to Nicholas about tagging along, and anybody else that wishes to follow along. Vincent is currently feeling like he's in hell as he goes inside.
I would specify also that both Tiffany and Nicholas would recognize La Sombra and the other. Just
Oh, right. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Glossed over that little bit, didn't we?
Sorry.
Lazarine is going to less tag along so much as wander along, almost like she's accidentally following. Like someone who's daydreaming and lost more than someone who's purposely following it.
Mm-hmm.
As we're walking as well, I think if there's a moment where Nicholas and Vincent, like, if Vincent glances in Nicholas' direction, I think he would recognize an expression of, I understand, I feel you, I've been there before, my friend. And also I have a question for you, Bleak. Does the Rat King mean anything to Nicholas?
Nope.
Okay.
Except that you assume that he's a monarch of rodents.
I mean, I just thought he was a musician.
I know there's another legend.
You approach the casino. Make a give me an investigation. Give me a wits and investigation as you approach the casino. All of you.
All of us. Is that neutral or at disadvantage still?
Just straight up. It's just the Roush checks that are at disadvantage. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so straight up. You said investigation?
Yep. You don't have the skill. You roll just the attribute.
Oh, there you go. No, that's not it. What the hell do I...
think I got a messy critical with 6 successes.
You have a red plus another die that's got the Ankh and
Yeah.
the 2 pips.
Yeah.
Do you wish to
3
spend a night
dice.
move to avoid the messy
I mean,
critical?
I've got 4. I might as well spend to get rid of the messy
All
critical.
right, so spend 1 night move, avoid the messy critical. Damn you.
Yeah.
How's everybody
I
else
have-
doing?
I have 1 success.
I got 2 successes. One has 2 pips on it, but it's a black dice.
Oh, you're good. Just the red ones that we're worried about. Vincent?
2 standard successes.
So, Nicholas, you're the one who spots it first in a pretty well hidden place, like the kind of place that a real professional would think of putting it. You spot a camera. There's a camera that is meant to, from its positioning, catch most of the front of the place. And as I said, from its positioning, whoever put it there was a real top of the line pro. Like,
Okay. Is there any special quality about the camera that I can discern, or just that it was very well hidden and well placed?
it's very well hidden. It's very small, very high tech. It
Okay.
would definitely like not be like street stuff. Like, this is
Right. Out of place for a run of,
Yeah, absolutely.
or a place of, as quality as this.
absolutely.
Okay.
You walk inside the casino.
Was I the only one that noticed it?
Yep.
Or would
It was just whoever had
Oh.
the highest roll would have noted it.
I
You say,
don't
do you
even know how
want
a
to say,
camera works, so
you want to say or do something, or sorry, Miko?
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I thought based on the other rolls that other people might have spotted it too, but as we are approaching, I will very casually, hands in pockets, walking, very nonchalantly, just whispering loud enough for Vincent to hear. It's mighty expensive camera just up there. Past. Across the door. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's pretty well hidden.
I did not, but it makes sense that we would be observed if this place is in use, as he pulls the hood up just a bit more.
Your king, rat or not, seems to have resources.
I imagine he would, given his reach.
All right then.
So as you step inside, the revolving doors are stuck mid-turn, smeared with grime, old handprints that haven't moved in years. One panel shattered. There are jagged glass edges that catch the moonlight as you move through. Inside, what little bit of light spills through the high windows falls on dusty velvet ropes, cracked marble floors. The lamps hanging from the ceiling are gaudy, once maybe golden things, sway slightly. You catch glimpses of decay, overturned chair, an empty coin bucket, a torn magician's poster. The signs that claim this place, as with all gambling halls in the province, belongs to the domain of Lotto, Quebec. The ceiling tiles, once dark mirrors striated with gold lines, are now mostly shattered and crunching beneath your feet. There's faint scent of mildew, faint scent of old perfume, the kind of perfume that suburban moms used to wear when they came here dressed to the nines, hoping to hit big on the slots. But that dream, like everything else, has pretty much rotted away. The Magic Palace doesn't quite feel empty as you move through it, and the sound of your footsteps and any little swishing of clothes kind of echoes throughout the place, but it does feel kind of like it's in stasis. Like a memory of when Montreal had something to offer to everyone, a taste of high life, nocturnal pleasures to suit every taste.
not the kind of magic I would have expected from a palace.
Tiffany walks over to the broken glass and looks to Vincent. Bring back memories?
Ideas.
It does for me. Probably not the ones you're thinking of, though.
You're weird.
Thank you.
As you...
Right, so-
oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, what are we doing?
I am here to see if I can find this aforementioned Rat King and learn what I need to learn. The three of you are following your dreams in the worst possible sense.
Oh my god, that's not what I was asking. I mean, what the fuck are we doing right now? How are we gonna find this Rat King?
I'm gonna look around and see if I spot any other signs of technology on the level of what I spotted outside.
Anyone who wants to can give me another investigation roll. Wits plus investigation.
Can I do a different type of investigation?
Sure. You can tell me what you want to do. I'm just suggesting that.
Great. Well, I'm making the assumption based off of the information that I got that the Rat King is a vampire. Where there's vampires, there's blood. I would like to use a ritual that I have that allows me to see traces of blood no matter how old they are.
Excellent.
2 successes this time.
Is that 2, Miko? Sorry.
Yes, 2.
Anybody else rolling something?
Okay. 1 success.
I'm more of an idea person.
With 2 successes, and we'll start that way. With 2 successes, Miko, you notice that there are a fair amount of footsteps in the dust, in very specific areas, like not from the front door in kind of thing, but in the back you can clearly see them, and they're kind of like pacing footsteps near windows, things like that, like maybe someone was keeping watch or something to that effect. Most of them seem to kind of lead back towards, in the back there is like a kind of set of double doors. There's kind of a rounded portion of the place, these 2 rounded walls, and in the middle there's these double doors that are there. And Lazarine, as you're moving through, you're picking up something a little different. Again, kind of going on the kind of specialties of your character and whatnot. You get the sense that there's... I'm going to say something and then I'm going to explain it. There's some kind of illusion at play, and I don't mean an actual illusion in the magical sense, but I mean like you really get the sense, kind of like that magician at the beginning, that magician's poster, that there's a kind of something hidden here behind something else. Like you kind of get that distinct feeling that there's a lot more to this place than kind of meets the eye at first, sort of thing. What did you get, Vincent, on your ritual?
I succeeded on the ritual. It's a level 1 ritual and I rolled 2. So Vincent takes out a small sewing needle, spreads an eye and sticks the needle into it, pulls it back out, and looking through the eye of the needle can see any spilled blood, dried or not.
You do in fact see quite a bit of blood here and there. An attempt has been made to clean it up, to get rid of it, but you do still see telltale signs of it. There looks like there was some kind of, I don't want to say a fight because it doesn't look like some people fought back, but there was some kind of ambush and some people got hurt and bled. Does your ritual tell you anything about the blood, or it just locates it?
No, I'd have to do a different blood source, or like taste of blood, to learn about it.
But you do find some, and it's, while it's dried, it's not old to the point of like this was 20 years ago. It's like, a weekish, maybe something like that.
Does the blood seem to lead anywhere? Does it indicate it like somebody like maybe got away or dragged somebody through a doorway, etc.?
No, not really. Like it kind of like whoever got hit or whoever got ambushed kind of dropped where they were, and then people picked them up or something and made sure that there was no blood dropping. So you can kind of see where this happened. I will say, however, that it looks like it was 4 people. So you can draw the conclusions that you want from that. But it looks like 4 people got ambushed. There's blood, but not a ton of it. Not blood like they got shot by shotguns or something like that. Okay?
Right.
Lazarine is going to just dip her hand into her little velvet pouch and pull out the card of the magician. And full on just go, not everything is quite right here, is it?
What do you mean?
It's not as it seems.
As she says that, both Miko and both Nicholas and Tiffany, you suddenly feel like you're being watched. You catch movement or something out of the corner of your eye, and when you look, you find yourselves looking towards deep shadows in the corners of the room or under a table or something like that. And while you peer and you can't see anything, you get the distinct impression, and that's just the two of you, you get the distinct impression that there is something watching you from the shadows.
And I activate Sense the Unseen.
You surely may.
Okay. I would like to do that. Do you need me to roll my wits and aspects?
You are, if the
Resolve
thing calls on you to do so. Yeah.
Cost is free, but it's up to you whether or not I have to roll.
Yeah, I think you should. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it's like I can decide that it just kind of does something, but in this case,
Okay. So
Tiffany?
I'm rolling resolve and aspects and 3 successes.
Okay. How are you reacting to this, Tiffany?
Tiffany is going to, I think, maybe notice that Nicholas also has his eye on this corner, and she is going to move herself to the back of the group so that everyone else is in front of her in this situation.
I think it's also worth mentioning, LB, that Tiffany would probably be able to see, as she recognizes what Nicholas is doing, she would also probably be able to see a very pronounced expression of disgust on his face as he's staring into the shadows.
And as you stare into the shadows, Miko, with your power activated, you don't see anything, but you hear a very contented cackle, like an old lady would cackle when she was happy to see her grandchildren arrive.
What is it?
If you're going to sit in the shadows, you can at least give your name.
And just like that, you get the feeling that whatever was there is gone, has retreated back.
I think you scared it.
Most certainly that was not the case.
No, but
You
what
found
was it?
someone.
Do any of you know about the Infinite Maw grandmother? The old devourer?
Tiffany, you don't know anything about that, but you've heard Xavier mumble something about something weird in the abyss, and you've heard him at some point mumble something about grandmother or something like that, but he's never explained to you.
I don't know, some old lady in the abyss.
Would I have heard of it in my occult?
I'm going to say you can give me an occult roll.
Occult
Get a lot of successes. Intelligence plus occult.
Intelligence plus occult. Okay, just a moment. Where the heck is occult?
This doesn't feel like a BANU HAQIM knowledge, so I will abstain from asking.
All right. Okay, let's roll this. That is 2 successes plus the thing with the cross on it.
Yeah, but you have 2 of them and there's 1 red.
Yeah.
You have 2 of them?
Yes.
Did they have the 2 little dots, or is it just the Ankh?
It's the 2. One has the Ankh, one does not.
Okay, so then yeah.
It needs to be 2 Ankhs, one red, 1 black,
Or
and
2
both
reds.
of them have to have the dots in order for it to be a messy critical.
So
Okay.
you're good.
Yep.
with 2 successes, that doesn't mean anything to you. It's a very obscure thing.
My grandmother never lived in an abyss. She lived in a manor house. I don't know what you're talking about.
Fine. It's fine. Let's just... It's worth noting she's not good to deal with.
Few grandmothers are, I find. They tend to be cranky.
You don't know half of it.
They give you Werther's originals. You continue walking forward and following the steps that Nicholas has found in the dust. You arrive at a set of double doors, and when you open them, you see that it's a fairly imposing circular stairwell that goes down. As you open the doors, you hear sound coming from downstairs. You hear a scraping sound. Kind of like a but kind of like gravel or metal scraping on something.
Before I put the needle away and end the ritual, is there any blood on the stairs?
Yeah, you would see little bits and pieces of it here and there.
I'll put the needle, the bloody needle away and say, well, this is certainly what we're looking for then.
Lead the way,
Right then.
Froggy.
You said that it was like metal against something?
Yeah, like metal scraping on cement or on dirt or on gravel or something.
Is it repetitive, kind of like...
Yeah,
where
it's
you-
repetitive, but it's not like it doesn't have a tempo.
Mechanical.
I'm thinking like wind blowing a screen door,
No,
where it's kind of random.
more
No?
like a shovel.
Oh, great.
Nazarene gets jumpy. A little.
Vincent will lead the way, not for prompting because he was going to anyway, down the stairs.
You come down, there's a short corridor, and the sound gets a little louder. And as you approach the end of this hall, you get to the area that would have been the kitchen back in the day. And you can still see the steel tables, and a lot of the equipment is still here. But as you walk in, it's very clear that the place has been cleaned out recently. There are still bits and pieces of things left around. There's a smell of something burnt in the air, and there's a very clear sense that there was like kind of a very thorough cleanup job done here. Everything is clean, spick and span. The floor, the tables, the walls, everything is brand spanking new, clean. Smell of disinfectant, the whole 9 yards pervading this room. You see with your spell, Vincent, more blood down here, quite a bit of it in a lot of places. And let me just see. Anyone who wants can give me a technology or science roll with intelligence.
I do not.
How's
have
the
that.
light down here?
The light down here so you can tell that there were new lights put in, but right now it's kind of like the emergency lights that are on.
But there is sufficient light for us to see.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I have a science specialty, but I don't know if it would apply
Tell me.
at all. It's toxicology.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
While that's being rolled, the other thing that everyone notices is that there are a number of portable cages that are attached to like devils, like little wheel thingies to push them, strapped and looking like they're getting ready to be moved. And you can see 5 of them lined up against a wall.
And when you say cages, you mean basically like rat cages?
No,
as
I mean
opposed to
like for a human-sized person.
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh.
They're kind
okay.
of made like coffins, in that they're long and they look kind of like cage coffins, but they're standing up right now and are attached to these.
And you said coincidentally that there's 4 of them.
I said 5.
5. Okay, great.
What'd you get on your roll, Vincent?
4.
As you go through the room and take a look at stuff, you realize that some of the gear that's left here that's broken, and this is kind of where you're getting again that sense that Lazarine was talking earlier, that not everything is as it seems. You're seeing that a lot of the lab gear that's here would be the kind of gear you would expect to find in like a criminal cooking lab. Okay? But you get the sense that this is kind of a setup. This is made to make it look like it was a street level cooking operation, to hide its true purpose or something. Or if someone came here, this is what they would expect to find, so they would be like, of course that's this, and they wouldn't kind of look further. Like it looks staged. And on top of all of that, if anyone wants to give me either intelligence and investigation or intelligence and awareness.
So I have a specialty of awareness instincts. Would that help here at all?
I'm going to say no on that one.
Okay.
I got 4 again.
2.
I got
Awareness.
4 as well.
As you are searching, both of you got 4, will see at some point, stuck under, having fallen maybe and kind of stuck under the leg of one of the tables or something like that, a little plastic baggie. And this little plastic baggie, which is about like yay big, has stamped on in the bottom corner the head of a Medusa.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
So I rolled 3 successes, 1 regular, 1 onk, and 1 red onk.
So what I need to know is, are they just onks, or is it the onks with the 2 little dots?
No, just onks.
So you're good.
Okay.
It's just a crit then, so you got extra successes out of it.
Is there anything in the bag?
When you pull it out, no.
Damn.
Oh, wait, let me see that. I'm gonna take
hold it up.
This looks like a druggie bag.
It does, and you've seen these, given kind of where you hang out and the people you hang out with, you've seen these circulating around, and the Medusa stamp on it is not just random. It is a street drug that is called Medusa that has been making the rounds amongst the humans.
This is humans drugs. It's new. It's been going around. A lot of people really like it. Never tried it myself.
Well, I suggest that you do not, because it has terrible effects for vampires.
Hey, is that what's going on?
What do you mean?
Yeah, what kind of effects are you talking about?
Weakening effects on vampires. My understanding from one of my sources in this investigation is that it effectively thins the blood. It reduces your potency in a manner of speaking.
Well, that's amusing.
Not really.
I was attempting sarcasm.
It didn't work.
I'm sorry.
So, what is it? I mean, wouldn't like turn people to stone, right?
Not that I'm aware of. That seems to just be a name.
Dope.
But I have not seen it in action, so I do not know. Now, you asked, is that what's going on? And now I'm wondering if perhaps you did accidentally try some.
No, I didn't.
Yes.
You know.
It is transferable through the blood of
Feeding.
humans as well.
You can get it while feeding.
Oh. My condolences.
Do you know anything else about it?
That is all I know at the moment.
Is there a way to tell who has it in their blood in advance?
You want me to taste?
No, I think you misunderstood my question. I mean, the humans.
I do not know of a way for this. My learning about this is entirely tangential to what I was searching for was a component of my case. So I do not know the answer to this yet, no.
Lazarine pulls out another card and goes, "The fool." Puts it back in her bag.
Just a clarifying question for you, Vincent. You came here looking for the Rat King.
Yes.
And
So I didn't know if I should disabuse yourself of this, but that is a mistake. And originally I just let it go because I thought, not going to read anything. But you, and I know why you made that mistake.
Yes.
Vicky said that the Rat King would be interested in anything you found out. So at first I let it go because I didn't think it was going to be a thing, but now that someone's pointing it out and questioning it, like it's just going to muddle the waters for nothing. So
fair enough. So I will clarify. I am searching for something that the Rat King wants, which seems to be this.
Oh, okay. I think I understand now. Sorry for the confusion. Don't take it to mean anything. When dealing with the Anarchs, it's pretty easy to get confused. So,
You're right about that. I'm very confused.
So the Rat King isn't here.
No, but what he's interested in, this production, is. And he wants to know more about it, I imagine, so that he can do something about it.
Bleak, I would like to see if I can locate the source of the, as we described it before, shoveling sound.
yeah, actually, there is a very large walk-in freezer in one corner, as you would expect in a kitchen, and the door is open and the sound's coming from there.
I will approach.
You approach it, and as you open it, you realize that the floor has been opened up and a kind of trap door has been placed in, although it's open right now, and there are stairs that lead down into what appears to be like a recently excavated or built new sub-basement. And the sound's coming from down there.
I'll just glance back at everyone and tilt my head that way and start walking in.
Do you just walk in? Do you want to stealth your way in? What do you want to do?
You know what? Sure. Let's go ahead. Yeah, it's free. I'm going to go ahead and use my Cloak of Shadows. Oh, that only works when I'm standing still. Never mind.
I want to try something that might wind up affecting everybody depending on how well I roll.
Great.
Which is another ritual, Silentia Mortis. It imitates Silence of Death. If I can get a critical on this, then it's going to be a 12-meter radius. Otherwise, it'll just help me.
I will use my Sense the Unseen as I move forward, but I won't try to cloak myself in shadow. I'll try to walk quietly.
Okay.
So,
I already have Silence of Death. Thanks, though.
I forgot what the ability is called. Yeah, I have Silence of Death as well.
Well, so you're all set up.
Yeah.
You make your way down, and as you go down, you realize that the floor here is very fresh and new, and you actually realize why there are two men in hazmat suits who are busy finishing new cement. A new cement floor down here. They're busy, they don't hear you. They're in one corner, and you're hearing the shovel going into the cement mixing box and kind of pulling it out. There's another guy there who's like smoothing it out.
Is the entire floor like wet cement?
No, but a good chunk of it on the back end.
Are they
Okay.
human?
Good
You
question.
can't talk to each other because you're all silence of
She
death.
asked if they were human.
Yes, they are human.
Okay.
I will also say that you do notice that there are weapons nearby. They have like assault rifles and such leaning nearby.
Can I use the silence of death that I'm currently got in play to go take them? Or are they like in front of them?
No, you could walk up behind them. I would give you guys like I'll give you guys a free shot if anyone wants to do anything. They're very busy and very focused on what they're doing. Your silence of death kind of will give you the advantage. So go ahead and describe to me whatever you would like to do in this particular instance. There are two of them. Like I said, one of them's kind of kneeling on the ground, flattening out the cement. The other one's like moving with the shovel.
I'm just going to look at the other three, look at the guns, quietly go over and pick them up, just walk back, just tuck them under my arm.
Does your character know anything about weapons?
I mean, yes, he trends towards bladed weapons, but yes.
Looking at them, they look kind of like just very high-tech assault rifles, but when you look at the ammo clip looks very different. There are two clips side by side. There's one that appears to hold like regular bullets, like you would have like a regular clip bullets. The other one on the other side of it, it's got what look like 5 darts, and the gun has a selector to switch from one to the other, and there's like a second barrel alongside the first one that would be there for the darts of the gun.
Is there any indication what the darts are, or are they just darts?
They look
Right.
super duper high tech.
I'll just take out a...
Super steaky.
No, not stakes, but yeah.
I'll take out the magazine and just show to the other three that there is fun and fancy things in here. And I'll gesture, go, shall we?
So, what do you want to do?
Is there like a barrel that that has the wet cement in it that they're using?
They have like a big, like a sled kind of thing, which they were mixing the cement in on the ground. They don't have like a kind of thing.
Okay.
But there's bags of cements there, and there's a hose.
I'm just stymied by why they're wearing hazmat suits. Like it's full hazmat with like helmet and everything?
Well, it's not like super duper hazmat, but it's definitely like some kind of very slick other thing, gas masks, like breather, goggles, like face mask kind of thing.
PPE stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah,
more
kind of like
of-
that, like
Yeah.
kind of like military grade
Okay.
PPD, yeah. More than
Got it, okay.
hazmat, yeah.
That makes me feel a little bit better. Hazmat sent me through.
If nobody is going to do anything, Vincent
Hold
is
on.
going to... I'm saying what I'm going to do, but please do something
Yeah.
else. If nobody
Right.
does anything,
We're
Vincent's
gonna go
slam
around the table. So
yeah.
Vincent, what does your character want to
Yeah.
do?
Again, I'm going to wait because I've gestured to the other three to do something, but if nobody does anything to draw their attention, I'm going to just loudly slam the magazine back into the gun to draw their attention, but I'm doing that after.
After everything else, Lazarine.
I have 2 skills, and I'm wondering which one I should use because I'm not sure what either of them mechanically does. I have melopomeny, which is a siren voice thing.
Yeah, so that means that you can use your presence powers without people seeing you. You can project your voice like around a corner or in another room and use your powers without the people seeing you.
I see. Okay, and the other one I have is chemistry.
So one of the things you can do on Demiplanes, if you click on chemistry, it'll open up a little window that explains everything about.
Well, I know it has something to do with hallucinations, but can it affect more than one person? Like,
I don't
I'm
know.
not sure.
It will say when you click on the power.
Fata Morgana typically is more than one person. Chemistry is single sense hallucination.
Okay. While you're sorting that out, Tiffany?
You did.
Are there more weapons?
Not that you can see hanging around. They probably have something on them.
Okay. Tiffany gets a very wicked smile on her face. There's 3 of them, you said?
2.
2? I'm gonna go up to the one with the shovel. I'm going to make eyes with Nicholas. Like, I'm going to make a move. So if you're gonna do something that's not making a move, you can do it.
I think Nicholas just smiles and nods his head.
Lazarine,
In
have you figured out
acquiescence.
what you want to do?
I think I might give the chemistry a try. Specifically, I want to make one of them distract one of them from shoveling by making it seem like he's sinking into the cement as a hallucination.
Okay, I'll buy that.
So let me roll this thing. So rouse check first. Disadvantage.
Yes. So seeing all of this, Vincent, will you be slamming the thing in, or will you wait to see what happens with their things?
Waiting to see what happens.
Okay, so I have the first rouse was a success, the second as well, but the second one was the Ankh with the 2 little things.
You're good. No worries.
I'm good. All right. So now let's roll for chemistry, which is manipulation and obfuscate. Roll.
Tiffany, you're
5
just
successes.
5 successes. Okay, Tiffany, you're approaching the one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to make him make eye contact with me and then compel him.
As you approach, you see that one of them is like, "What the fuck?" And he's looking down, and you can't see anything. But he's like, "What the? Is this thing? I thought this was dry already." And he's doing that, and the other one, who's kind of like looks up and goes, "What?" And as he does, he's staring right at you. So what would you like to do?
I'd like to compel him to take his shovel and hit his friend with it.
You.
Are they aware? Are they aware of vampires?
So, as you say this, he kind of turns towards you. You realize he's got that faceplate. You do your thing, and normally that works really, really well on humans. And you look at him, and you turn it on, and you go hit him with a shovel, and he swings at you with the shovel.
Bitch. Oh, he's got a faceplate on. Okay.
Something went wrong. It clearly did not work. Difficult to tell at this stage what that was, but he takes a swing at you with the shovel. Let's see, you're kind of surprised. He doesn't get a lot of a great roll, though. He is going to whack you upside the head with the shovel. You're going to take 2 normal damage. So when you mark your health off, you want to mark it. Click on each box, just one, because you want a slash and not an X, because a slash is normal damage and X.
I can do it.
Aggravated.
A shovel hits you right in the face, and everyone who's watching, including Tiffany, as soon as he does this, while the other one is still kind of thinking he's sinking in, as soon as he does this, he's immediately moving. He has let go of the shovel. He's backed away. He's pulling the gun. He's got the hand out. It's super, super professional, super well trained. The gun's out. He's not even looking at his buddy. He's just backing out. The gun is close to his body, and it looks like he's going to open up.
Okay. Guns are not specifically my thing, but I'm going to do what is my thing, which is rouse fleetness, and I want to superhuman speed close that gap and just stab him in the side of the neck.
No problem. Miko, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna catch a falling cat in my lap. I will. I think I'm going to move in. I'm going to activate. I'm going to activate Shadow Servant. And I'm going to attempt to shake or distract this one drawing the weapon by having basically a form of shadow come out from the side and attempt to draw his fire.
Excellent. Lazarine, what are you going to do? Your chemistry worked. The one is absolutely looking like he thinks he's sinking into the cement. What would you like to do?
Can I do a second chemistry? Or is it like concentration spells in Dungeons and Dragons?
I would say that if you do, it's going to negate the first one.
Okay. But the one with the gun is successfully pointing it at someone, yeah? Or not? Because if he doesn't look like he's about to hit anybody, if his aim looks like it's off because of, I'm not sure what Shadow Servant is, then I would try and make him hallucinate slightly as to where things are.
Okay, excellent. And Tiffany, what are you going to do? You've been hit by a shovel. You're reeling back. You can heal a number of wounds equal to your blood potency by doing a rouse check if you want.
I don't know. My blood potency is my hunger.
Your blood potency is
next
2.
to your humanity.
I hit. Yeah. No, he hit me. I wanna bite him. I have lethal body, so if I can get my hands on him, I'm going to tear him open.
All right. So all these things kind of happen at once, and everyone targeted the same guy. So as he's backing up, Miko, your shadow kind of pops up right next to him. And so he kind of twitches for a moment and fires. And instead of firing towards Tiffany, he fires towards the shadow. And then right away, he's kind of recuperating. At that moment, Tiffany, you grab him and you pull him to you. And with your lethal body, you got him in the vice. You sink your teeth down just as you, Vincent, arrive right up to him and sink your blade into him. You realize he's wearing some kind of body armor. You got to put some shoulder into it, Vincent. And Tiffany, as you bite into him, your teeth hit something really hard, and you find that like your teeth kind of slide off, and you realize under the mask he's got this strange collar around his neck. And so you kind of bite and your teeth kind of slide off. Vincent is in there and he's pushing the blade in, and you got to work at it.
I got 8 critical with my attack roll with a specialty on knives. How's that?
Since he can't move because Tiffany's holding him so tight, you kind of dig that blade in and you see him look at you, and his eyes slowly lose their light. Meanwhile, the other one, who kind of thought it was sinking in cement, looks up, sees all this stuff kind of happening. He's reaching for his gun also, and draws. What would you like to do?
With this current scene, I'm going to hold my hand out. I'm going to hold my hand to him, and basically I'm giving him the very clear indication of you're next if you do this.
All right, what's Nicholas going to do?
So you said that the one that was thinking that he was sinking into the cement is now aware of
Well, no,
things?
he still thinks he's sinking in cement, but he's also thinking you guys are more dangerous than a cement, so he's going to shoot you and worry about the cement after.
Okay.
Why more dangerous than cement?
If that is the case, then I think Nicholas will use his run over and use his fluent strength and just restrain him.
Okay. Lazarine?
I'm wondering, so, would I be able to use, through Melipomene, would I be able to use all to sort of like make him turn away and distract him?
Yep.
All right. In which case, I would just call him, "Oh no, darling. Over here."
And what's Tiffany going to do? Having now tried to bite this one and your teeth just kind of bouncing off of this thing, but seeing him die. Now there's the other one behind you. What do you do?
He's dead?
Yeah, Vincent fucking skewered him like hardcore.
Thanks.
It's my job.
He's sometimes good at his job.
I guess.
Against humans, he's great.
There were 3 times I was not good at my job.
I am hungry. So I'm gonna move over to this new one that hasn't been killed yet, and I'm going to try and like rip off the since he's restrained, I'm gonna try to rip off any, like, he's wearing body armor. Are his like hands covered and stuff?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna try and like rip at his sleeves to find flesh.
So, Nicholas, you run over, you grab him, you're holding him, he's got his gun, he's trying to get his gun out, and you're kind of restraining him from doing that. At first, Lazarine, you're trying to get his attention, it's not working at all. Like, there's something that's blocking and that's preventing it from happening.
I'm losing my touch.
And you, Tiffany, grab his hand and rip through his suit and his armor, and you can see his wrist is exposed, and you dig down and bite right down into it, and you start drinking from it. He is still kind of trying to free himself. He's got his hand, you're kind of biting into it. He's still trying to kind of fight you guys off. What do? You're going to keep drinking, I'm assuming. Nicholas, you do anything else?
No, Nicholas will just restrain him. As much as he is a consensualist, he doesn't admonish others for their desire for feed, so...
Vincent?
You're muted, Zach.
Thank you. I'm going to kneel in front of this guy and I'm going to lie to him. As I say, you need to tell us exactly what's going on here, or I'm going to let her drain you. I'm going to let her do it anyway. He doesn't know that yet.
Is Lazarine going to do anything?
Well, I'm just wondering, because I'm at 1 hunger as well. Is it possible to share?
You can certainly do. Unless someone stops you, you can totally grab and go to town.
Yeah. So I'm going to first actually call out to Tiffany and be like, "Oi! Share!" And then also take a bite.
Okay, so here's the situation. What hunger are you at, both of you? All right. So Tiffany, you can go down to 1. Neither of you can go below 1 unless you kill him.
Shall we? No, I'm kidding.
You can.
Oh, I will, unless somebody tells me not to. And even then, I probably will.
In moments,
Yeah.
Miko, the guard goes limp in your hands as these 2 monstrosities in front of you bleed him and drain him to nothingness, and he slips out of your arms and falls to the ground.
That's rude.
That's a bit
And-
of a strong word.
So there was 0 chance of him saying anything in that amount of time that they bit into him.
Sorry.
Wanted to eat him. You
Uh.
do notice at this point, as feeding is going on, you do notice that where they were doing cement, there's a section of it that's not finished, and there are 4x4s that have been laid down, and you can clearly see in certain sections that are not finished being covered that there are bodies.
I'm going to look to Tiffany and Lazarine and say, "Do you remember what I said about not interfering with my job?"
Nicholas will just place a hand on Vincent's shoulder. Just give them a moment. There's another body here. Let's at least check him out.
Lazarine's going to wipe the blood from her lip and be like, "I thought your job was to find a rat."
No. He's trying to find information for a rat.
As you
Highly random.
as you go through their stuff, you notice very quickly that underneath their suits, they have these really advanced, high-tech, kind of military-type suits. They have a lot of protection that seem to be very much geared towards kind of their necks are protected. The visors you see, when you look inside of them, you realize that it's a screen, and they see what a camera is picking up. So you're never talking to them, you're never seeing them directly. Their ears, same thing. Everything is modulated, and they have a lot of protection against kindred powers. You will, as you continue to search the area, you will find a few things. I'm just going to give it all to you so we can move forward a little bit here. But one, you realize that the bodies that are being buried are young kindred.
Matching the description of who I'm looking for, or somebody
No.
else? Okay.
And as you finish feeding and kind of go through their stuff and whatnot, you will find one of them has a text message from a scrambled number that says 12 labors.
Of Hercules.
Hercules did not kill Medusa.
No, you're right.
Storyteller, really quick question about these collars that you mentioned. Are
Yep.
they individual pieces, or are they part of the, like, built into the suit?
They are
question being,
separate
can I
from the
take
suit. They
collar?
attach to the suit, yeah.
Cool, I'd like to take one.
Yep.
That seems useful.
Okay, so did they kill these guys and they're burying them? Is this some sort of human brigade against vampires?
I haven't seen shit like this since the Cold War.
Do you, both of you, neither of you, know about the Second Inquisition? Truly.
What?
Yes, my bratty friend, this is a human coalition against vampires.
There's always
Very
been
high tech government-led brigade against vampires.
Hey, Christian, can I confirm real quick that the young vampires are actually vanquished and not just in torpor?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't remember encountering any like that in Prague.
Depends on the time of year that you go. He's correct, ladies. It's likely going, although I haven't seen it quite this expansive or well adapted. Do you have different experience with them, Vincent, than I do?
You should try the United States.
I live in New York.
Oh, you should go a bit further south.
Fair enough.
As you're thinking about all this, the only thing that comes to mind, Nicholas, since you are from around here, is you know that not very far from here, in fact, in the water that separates the South Shore from the island, there's an island called L'Île des 12 Travaux, the island of the 12 labors.
Interesting. As this memory like folds back into what is now more than 120 years ago of memory, Nicholas, it dawns on him and he has that aha kind of moment. And he says, wonder if they mean the island.
What island?
Any of you live here these days? It's been over a century since I lived here, so.
Just moved.
I have lived here for 3 months.
I'm a recent arrival myself, yeah.
There's an island just across the way, Island of 12 Labors.
Now that he says that, Lazarine, you, because of again the circles in which you run, you know that there is a kind of witchy commune on that island called the Seven Sisters. And it's not because there's 7 women specifically or anything like that. It's just called the Seven Sisters because there are rapids nearby that are called the Seven Sisters. But they've called the commune there, and they're kind of, they're not Wiccan necessarily. They're kind of a very kind of back to nature, neo-pagan kind of thing. But the commune itself is called Seven Sisters.
Oh, the Island of Witches.
Sure. We'll go with that.
Is it a big island? Could they have a base there or something? Or are they attacking there?
It's very small. The best, like, you could certainly have like an isolated cabin or house or a few maybe, but it's like very small. Like you would walk around it in a matter of not a lot of time.
It could be a base, it could be a target.
I'm leaning more towards the
Inquisition
latter.
would be against witches.
Again, it could be a target.
Right.
Good. What the fuck does that have to do with what we're dealing with?
You? I don't know. Myself, this seems to be a clue.
Wait.
To your Rat King?
Do you think that the fucking humans are lacing people with this drug to hurt us because they know we exist and they're trying to fucking kill us?
Most
Sounds
likely,
like
if these
something
are in
they would do.
fact. Yes, the Second Inquisition likes to subvert us at every turn. It would make sense to weaken us in this regard.
I don't like them very much.
So there's no cure here, is what we're saying.
Not
There may
here,
not
but perhaps.
there may not be a cure anywhere, just to keep your hopes from getting too high.
If
But
I
we're
can get a
fucking- It's fine.
If I can get a sample of this drug, I have training and experience in chemistry, forensics. This is something I can look into if it does not exist yet. But I need something at this point.
You get the feeling that they were probably producing it here, or at least doing some tests about it here and that day recently. Probably because the people you're looking for, Vincent, surprised them. Now, what the idea that's being painted in your mind is that these four showed up here, got ambushed, and then they realized that people knew onto them, so they cleared out. It might make sense that this is kind of where they went next.
But the vampires that are currently being buried in the cement here
Are not the ones you're
Are
looking
not.
for.
Cool. I mentioned earlier how I had syringes and tubing and whatnot for drawing blood for my feeding. I'm going to extract a sample from one of these vampires.
As you do, you realize they are completely dry.
That's helpful. And in figuring that, I go, I think I found how they are manufacturing it, or at least part of the process. Is there any blood whatsoever left over?
I mean, sure, you could get like scrapes of it, sure.
Any bit that I can experiment with later will
Yep.
do. I am
No problem. You
currently
can
wise
get
enough
like,
to not taste of blood on this, but
aw.
yeah, but later.
What do you do?
Well, my clues seem to lead towards the 12 labors. The three of you?
See if we can get a boat.
Through the magic of this being a one-shot, you arrive with a few hours to spare before sunrise on the island of the 12 labors. As you move inland, you eventually come upon a chain link fence that seems to surround an area, and there is on this chain link fence a warning sign that says access prohibited, trespassers will be prosecuted, and there is an emblem of a company called Paragon Crisis Management, a division of Pentec.
Oh, this wasn't here last time I was here.
No. The chain link fence is brand spanking. You are wondering how you're going to go about doing this when you notice that the chain link fence has been cut through. And as you step through, you find two dead bodies. These dead bodies are very similar to the ones that you saw under the protection equipment in the other place. They have been literally mauled. Protective gear ripped apart, throats ripped out. One's got an arm broken, like absolutely mauled.
Oh, someone has dangerous dogs.
And
These are more than dogs.
I was just going to ask, is it possible for me to tell the difference between a gangrel and a werewolf's handiwork?
Oh, it does not look like that at all. It literally just looks like a vampire with fangs went to town on them.
Okay.
Is it making you hot, Vincent?
Hangman,
All right, let's go.
Up ahead, as you move forward, you start seeing a group of houses or cottages that stand out. They are these triangular structures, and you count 7 of them that are laid out in a very particular pattern right in the middle of the forest here. And as you approach, you find another dead body or two similar to the ones you found. And as you get nearer, you start hearing gunfire. You hear screams. You hear some sort of roaring sound. And then, after a moment, everything goes quiet.
I'm going to lean over to Tiffany and ask, how good's your control of the shadows these days?
I don't control shadows. I'm just quiet.
All right.
I can always ask them.
Is anyone opposed to walking in shadows tonight?
If we need a decoy, there's plenty of dead bodies that I could use, though.
You're one of those.
Oh, don't look so offended.
I don't think he's offended.
Just leaves a sour taste in my mouth, that's all. I'm used to it.
She does that.
You loved it. All right. What's the plan?
I'm going to summon a Stygian Shroud. And I'm going to wrap us all in shadow. Now, from the outside, this is very supernatural, very noticeable, even if they can't see within it or see the details of us inside of it. But it does offer a certain amount of protection in that. And it allows me to control things a little bit better.
Well, this is interesting.
So I need to make one rouse check to do this. But just to confirm, Bleak, if I fail the rouse check, I just gain hunger. I still do it, right? You're muted. I didn't hear you.
That's correct.
Okay, so let me roll my rouse check. No, I failed, so I am now at 2 hunger.
The beast inside of you wakes up as you try to circumvent it in getting access to your powers log to tap into the abyss, and it opens one eye and it gives you a warning.
I think you will all see Nicholas visibly suffering as he summons the Stygian Shroud. But with that suffering comes tremendous amounts of power that just wrap everything in the area in a layer of darkness. I can choose for you to be not inhibited by it, but anyone else will not be able to effectively see or hear anything from within.
You approach the buildings?
Yeah.
As you
Also
do... Sorry, go ahead.
Also, for what it's worth, any mortals that the shadow will come into contact with immediately start having their life drained. Just
Okay.
FYI.
Ooh.
As you move in this cloud of death, you come across a number of other dead Aegis soldiers. Eventually, through the windows of one of the cabins, you see a figure moving inside. You can see that there have been a number of dead soldiers littered about. And as you approach, you see what appears to be a woman moving through the bodies. You look through and she reaches down and picks one up and lifts him up, and he doesn't look like a soldier. He's dressed kind of normally, and he's shaking his head and he's like, no. And she's like shaking him and talking to him. what do they see as they approach and see you through the windows?
So much blood. An excessive amount of blood. Bodies? What bodies? I think you mean flesh. And you see a kindred, you'd hope, standing in the middle of this mess with hopefully one of them still alive. You're unsure. Oh, can you give me a fucking answer already?
The person she's holding in her hands. One thing about kindred in my world is that you can sense other kindred. You can sense ghouls. The person that she's holding registers like neither, and yet like both. You get the sense that the person she's holding is alive, yet is definitely not just a ghoul. It's very difficult to pinpoint. You've never sensed or felt anything like that before. He is a man. He's got glasses, short dark hair. He's dressed he's just got kind of like an overcoat, and shaking him. He's like, don't, please don't fucking kill me. I'll tell you what you want.
Answer.
I'll tell you what you want. Just look. Can we just calm down a little bit? I'm a little freaked out right now. I've never seen anything like this. It's a little bit much. I can't. I'm having difficulty processing what you just fucking killed all of them.
Yeah.
You just like you just
They're talking a lot. It's so much. It's, you know what? It's making me want to turn you into jelly like the rest of them.
Oh, okay.
Tell me how it's made.
Well, I'll tell you. Just please, I need to sit down. I'm feeling a little faint. What do the rest of you do outside?
Lazarine is going to use Melipomene, so like her voice is projecting basically next to, in the same room, and goes, "Darling, you need to, if you want him to talk, you need to give him the opportunity to."
You hear this voice echoing around you, Armado.
Oh, new friends?
When you turn and look outside, because you are La Sombra, you realize what's happening. You can't see outside, but you get that feeling of power being drawn from the abyss. So you get the sense that there's another La Sombra outside that is playing with shadows. You can't spot anyone, but you know that there are people outside. You can't feel that pull from the abyss.
I think that, as I'm assuming that Nicholas recognizes Armada when he sees her.
Yeah, you would remember her from having seen her in passing years ago.
I think Nicholas will part the shadows so that she can see him as she looks in that direction.
Oh, friends. What a familiar face. Wouldn't expect to see you out here.
Feelings mutual. She was right, though. You should give him a chance to breathe for however long he's going to live.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you're not going to kill me, are you?
You might want to just be quiet for right now.
No. Talk. You want him to talk, so talk. How is the drug made?
Before I get into that, sorry, go ahead, Vincent.
I'm just asking Nicholas and the group, should we go join her?
I'll wait out.
Come in.
Yeah, go right ahead. And I think Vincent will see a very serious look of concern on Nicholas' face. Be careful with her.
Wiggle my hands and exit the shadow.
While that's going on, just Lazarine, please, can you give me an occult and intelligence roll?
Occult
Please
intelligence,
continue.
yes.
Nicholas is going to just wait outside so that he can maintain his Stygian shroud without it interfering with what goes on inside. And I think I'm going to focus a lot more on the surroundings, and just because of what he knows of Armada, purposefully stay as far away as he can.
I have a success. Actually, I have 4 successes.
Okay.
I have a black ankh with the 2 little things, and I have a red ankh with the 2 little things.
Well, that would be
That's
a
critical.
that would be a monstrous critical. So this is what that means. When you get a monstrous critical, it means that what you wanted to happen happens.
Mhm.
But it's not really your victory. It's the beast that made it happen. So there's going to be a bit of backlash. Now you can, if
Okay.
you want, spend a night move to negate the monstrous critical, or you just deal with it.
I'm going. I don't know. You know what? I'll try and lean into it. Actually.
You allow it to happen?
Mm-hmm.
As
you guys never played with Bleak before.
as the Stygian shadows part and Vincent steps through and into the house, you see when the Stygian shadow parts in front of you, you weren't seeing it like Vincent, Nicholas explained earlier. You don't see it. It's just other people can't see. But you actually see it this time, and you realize that the world is parting in front of you, kind of like curtains opening up. And beyond that, you understand that somehow there is an illusion here, and Nicholas activating this very advanced power of the Lasombras and reaching into the abyss, as somehow kind of the powers from the abyss have sort of overflowed, and it's rent the world around, and the illusion is starting to fritter a little bit, and nobody else sees this. It's just you because of your clan. Now you're attuned to illusions, but you can see that there is basically something hiding everything here. And as you see that, and I don't know if you're watching the stream at the same time as playing, but you see all around you these figures. They look like strange kind of pale white creatures dressed in long black shadows, and they are always sort of distended, almost as if you are watching someone that's kind of like moving in a film. They would show someone moving in slow motion to indicate them moving fast, and they're like their face would be here, but they would kind of elongate, and then the back would kind of catch up, and it would be like that. They're kind of moving all around. The one thing you do notice is that all of them seem to have an inverted black triangle in their heads, but there are dozens of them, and they are flitting all about you. They are flitting around everyone here. They are flitting around the corpses, playing with them. They are up right there, and as you see them, you sense something over your shoulder, and you look, and there's one right there, and his face comes up to you, and he doesn't realize that you see him, but his face comes right up to you, and he's like this, running his fingers that you can't feel over your face and down along your chin, and just wide-eyed. There are dozens of these things all around.
I can see, but I can't feel.
That's
Is that
right.
right?
And
So
you
I
get the
couldn't
feeling
catch
that
by the
you shouldn't
wrist.
be, if you try, and they don't even realize, like when you reach out to
Alright.
try, he's just kind of fascinated with your face.
Darlings, we appear to be surrounded by things.
And as Lazarine is saying this, Tiffany, as the abyss power of Nicholas opened up, you saw somewhere beyond. It's as if the entire area around where you are is completely plunged in utter darkness, and there's just light here in the kind of the center where these houses are. And on the edge of it, further off into the distance, you see what appears to be the face of a kindly old woman that is looking at you. Is looking at you. Yes, go ahead, please.
Sorry, I stayed outside with Nicholas, and I'm like, he's facing inside, I'm next to him facing outside, and I'm just like, old woman in the fog, that's fucked up. Is that me? Do you see that? Do you see that in your fucking shit? Did you do that?
I will glance over and use Sense the Unseen if I have to.
You glance over. When you don't need Sense the Unseen to see this. You see the same thing. You see this old lady sitting off in the shadows, looking at the two of you. Very, very kindly. Kind of inviting you over. Meanwhile, as that's going on, inside the house, Vincent, you walk in and you find Armada, of course, and this man's sitting there. He's like, all right, is he with you?
Vincent.
It doesn't fucking matter. Spit it out.
I want to know what she knows.
It's complicated. It's just a chemical compound. There's a couple of things in it. It's hallucinogenic. It creates a euphoric feeling. It does have a kind of a tendency to dilute.
How does it gain the plague-like properties? The real shit. Come on.
One of the ingredients in the mix is ichor from a vampire, one like you. Her name is Morag, and she's something called the Lamia.
So you are combining this drug with the blood of one of our kind and using it to
there's
poison us.
There's a lot of stuff that goes into it. Yeah.
I'm a toxicologist. Please tell me.
So he starts breaking it down. Most of it is very kind of simple, very what you would expect from this kind of drug. But yeah, it does have that added thing of kindred blood in it, of that ichor from the Lamia, a few other strange things. It was just meant to be an edge, you know. Inject your kind with it, and then you become weaker. They started building it in Chicago. They tried it in Chicago last year, and it worked really well. So they brought it here, and then they started trying to find a way to disperse it, because at first it was just in the dart guns, right? And when they shot you, it would dilute your blood and would make you weaker. But then they were like, well, how do we get this across on a much greater scale? And then someone, was like, the fucking pandemic. We have to make it a pandemic. And that's when they started this idea of not going after you guys directly, but going after the food source. And if we got this distributed through the humans before you realized something was happening, it would be too late. You would be spreading it, and once you have it, you're spreading it to the other humans. You're reinfecting your own food supply, right? And it just kind of keeps snowballing like that. And like, it's brilliant, really, when you think about it.
Brilliant. Did you figure out a way to reverse it while you were engineering it, or did you not care about these things?
Well, so there's a side effect that we hadn't counted on. And I was one of the people who was working on this the first, and I was one of the first successful clinical trials of this. When applied without the plague ingredient, it well, so we're calling them thin bloods. What it does is it creates something that is kind of like you, but not quite. Like I need blood. I feed on blood the same as you do, but I can go in the sunlight.
I know your kind.
No, you don't. Thin bloods don't exist in the world.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Thin bloods don't exist in my world. This is how they become. This is how they happen.
Fair enough.
So that's what you are.
Yeah. That was one of the first. We've made a bunch since then.
The fuck?
Half vampire.
He shows you. He pulls his shirt down, and you see a mark on his chest. It's kind of like an upside down crescent moon with a bunch of dots around the number 1. It's like all the ones we created are marked like this. So you.
Now, you told me all of this information when I asked you if you had figured out some kind of a cure. Am I to understand that the cure is in you, or is this extraneous information?
Oh no. I have a cure. I came up with something. Meanwhile, outside. What are you doing? Lilith, what is Lazarine doing?
First, I have a question, first of all. Can we hear what's going on?
No, what's going on inside is going on inside. You guys are outside and...
Right. Just double checking, because talk of clinical trials is not something Lazarine likes. But all right, I was curious to know if I could see the old woman as well, given what I'm seeing right now.
No.
Okay, cool.
And the others don't see what you see.
Interesting. Okay. Right. I guess I'm going to just split off from them and go into the room.
As you start moving, you see that a lot more of them kind of turn their heads towards you. And as you start moving, they kind of abandon other things they were interested in, and they start kind of gathering around you.
Oh no.
And again, it's weird because it's kind of like they can't see you. They're kind of like this. And they can't touch you, but they're starting to kind of gather around you, and you get the feeling you're being observed.
Right. And if I manage to get out of the...
They're not going to
shadows, I'll
stop
just
you or
go
do
back.
anything. You can just keep walking.
Right. Okay. So I walk out of the shroud.
They follow you. And as you're walking up the steps and into the house, there is this long train of these things following you and just eyeballing you.
Well, that's not at all terrifying. Lazarine is not entirely sure if she sees them, if they're her hallucination. I'll be honest.
Miko, you're staring out into the
Yes.
darkness. You see grandmother.
No. No. Not tonight. Not any night. Ever. You can back in. He's the all-devouring.
Wow, specific. What does she do?
She will take you into her embrace, and she will consume you.
Okay. So she just like fucking beckons at you from a distance, and if you go with her, you get consumed?
You go into the abyss. You will never return the same if you return at all.
Cool.
This is the curse of being us. And you can
Like
tell
you and
very
me?
clearly. You can tell very clearly that he means the two of you as opposed to just kindred.
Fucking great. Cool. Will she just stay back there?
Sometimes it's easier to fight her off than others. It depends. I think given our weakened state, she's a little bit more easily able to influence us.
Great.
Your sire
Lady.
didn't prepare you for this?
He doesn't prepare me for shit. Fuck off, lady. We don't want anything you're selling.
As an aside, I think most vampires have shitty sires.
Meanwhile,
I'm sure he told her. I'm sure he did.
Meanwhile, inside, I've come up with something, but if this one, and he points to Armada, if this one kills me, I can't do anything for you.
Whoa, whoa! Who said I was killing anybody else? Okay. I only kill what I need to, and clearly I needed to make a point to get you to fucking talk.
And you did that marvelously.
Thank you. It's a talent.
I can defractionate. I have to. It's a bit of a complex alchemical process, but I will. If I take it you're infected. He looks at you, Vincent.
No.
Oh. Sorry. Yes. Then. Yeah. I can cure it.
Wonderful.
I got a question.
Yes.
So, but not for you, Vincent. Is you okay?
Yes.
Finn Blood. Laurent, I think you said your name was, that you screamed so pitifully earlier. Is that how you've been avoiding the plague? Is your own cure?
No, we don't get affected by it. We were
No, you
affected by
don't.
it the same way humans are. We don't get the same effects that you do. In order to cure it, I have to take some of the blood of the person that's infected. I mix it with a few things and I ingest it, and then it gets diffracted in my blood. And then when you drink my blood, after that, it cleanses you.
Incredible.
How much of
No.
that should we drink?
Oh.
Just just a pint's worth, maybe. Usually that's enough.
Now this doesn't seem like a long-term plan.
Well, it's got, I mean, if there are more like me out there, they made a whole bunch more. If we get more of them and I can teach them how to do this, maybe we could do that. Look, I didn't want to infect you guys. Like I was just like, I'm afraid. I'm the fuck afraid of you guys. Like, vampires fucking existing. You know how fucking messed up that is? Like, man, I couldn't believe it when they showed us.
Shh.
Yeah.
See,
I'm going to make you a deal, Laurent. If our new acquaintance would not mind.
Was she with you also?
A deal.
Pointing at Lazarine. How many of you guys are here? Christ.
A few.
that's a good question. Meh.
So, yes, a deal. The deal is that I am going to take him, if you do not mind. I'm going to have him cure any of you that are infected, if you are as well. And then I'm going to take him to find these others to make this cure. The deal that I'm making with you, Laurent, is that you're not going to die in the process.
I
then-
fucking hope not. I'm like the golden goose
everyone.
laying egg, golden egg laying goose.
That sounds like Laurent has an option in this.
No, the other option is that he dies.
Yes.
That's what's happening here.
And on that proclamation, back
Darling,
outside.
Darling, I'm sorry, I don't know your name, but death is not always the best form of punishment. Just from experience.
Also, he can't cure us if he's dead.
That is true, but also...
You know, the audacity that you are speaking to me with is hilarious. Of course I know that death is not the worst punishment.
So why would you kill him?
Why would I kill him? I wouldn't. That's the whole fucking point. That's why he's still alive.
Then I think we're on the same page, yes?
Yeah, it is.
Whether or not you
Wonderful.
are outside, the two of you are staring at grandmother.
Saying something.
The two of you are staring at grandmother. She has stopped waving at you, but she's still there looking at you, inviting.
Nicholas is going to do something that he has not done before when faced with that temptation, and he's going to turn his back on her.
What about you, darling? He won't come. I've spoken with
no.
him several times before. He's not one of mine, but you could be.
Oh my god, I would love to be under someone's thrall. No, fuck off. No one here wants what you're selling. Go away.
You see her slowly recede into the darkness and disappear. You get the feeling she's lingering around.
Fucking old hag. Okay, do you think should we go inside? They seem like they have it handled.
Yes, and right now, given who is present in that room, ironically enough, was safer where we are.
Who is she?
Have you ever had to deal with the Black Hand?
No.
You have not.
Count yourself blessed. They are about as lethal as it comes, and usually encounters with them, even under friendly circumstances, can be dangerous. Whatever your situation is, however long that you have dealt with this unlife, I hope that you can maintain your resolve at keeping the grandmother at bay. Your sire should have adequately prepared you. They did not. And I am offering you nothing more than advice at this moment. You can heed it or not. That's entirely your prerogative. Just know that whatever she invites you to be part of, her goal is to drain all life from this world. All of it. Just know that. All right?
Cool. No, I don't plan on going with anybody. I like my freedom. I like being by myself. It's great. This is not where I flourish.
Do you eventually go inside, or do you stay outside? What do you do, the two of you?
I will stay out. If Nicholas is staying outside, I'll stay outside. He made a compelling argument to not go inside.
Back inside, you have come to the realization that killing Laurent is probably a bad idea, but that he can also cure you. So what would you like to do?
Yeah. Oh, that is why I'm positioning him with the proposition of he's going to stick with me and I'm going to find the other Thin Bloods with him long term. For now, it's curing the people that are here.
Mm-hmm.
I can do that.
Bleak, real fast.
Yeah.
Do I care where Laurent goes?
No, he's not your quarry, right? Like, this
Yeah.
is interesting, but it's not what you're after. Like, your objective remains the hunters, and
that is why I asked you, like, if you don't mind this, I'm gonna take this guy and make him do the job.
Do I still have my train of creepy followers?
yes, they're all still standing there. They've kind of
Okay.
semicircled around you now, and are all kind of staring at you.
Lazarin is going to have a few moments that will make her look to you who can't see these things like she's got schizophrenia, because she's constantly looking at other things and telling them to go away.
Does your friend do that often? Malkavian? What's up?
Not quite sure. And I'm going to activate my Lord Sheet ability that gives me Sense the Unseen for this session.
You activate
Sight
it,
the Unsight.
and you don't see anything untowards.
Okay. Just looking at it, go. I couldn't say.
Eventually,
All right.
sorry, go ahead.
Outside? No, I'm just.
Outside.
We don't need to hang around in flesh
There's
room.
there's more of you guys under here, and there's like a thing they built, a holding cell. There's more of you guys down there.
Are they infected?
Two of them are, I think.
We'll consider that after we fix the immediate problem. Miss, are you one of the infected?
Me?
Yes.
No.
Wonderful.
No, far from it.
Good. You and I have that in common.
Are you? Any of you? Ooh. No offense. We'll stay away.
I'm not coming close for a reason, darling.
You will see them
The
head
Empress.
coming out, and you will find out, of course, that this fellow can heal you. It comes at the cost, the healing, as you will discover.
I'm assuming that at this point we have been able to fairly clearly identify that there is no immediate threats from these.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone's dead.
That being the case, I think Nicholas will drop the Stygian Shroud. He will will it away. And as he does so, Tiffany will be able to hear him growl menacingly and curse the shadow's very existence as he does.
Nice.
That's a thing.
You will, Vincent, you will find the other kindred that are being held downstairs are the kindred you're looking for.
Oh, good.
Yeah. One named Vincent, interesting. And one named Parrish, and Reiki, just because I want to say everybody else's name. Yeah, they are appearing right now on screen. Who were the ones following this target? So,
Parrish, Vincent, Mara, and Claudia were the names I was given.
As you secure them and find them staked downstairs and pull them out, he will be able to heal all of you. However, the process, as I said, is that you will give him some of your blood. He will ingest it, and along with a number of other ingredients. He's the kind of alchemical crucible. And then when he pulls the blood back out and hands it to you, you can drink it if you want. And he says it will cure you. Now, what I need to know is whether or not you drink it.
I'm not going first.
Lazarina's not going first. She's had bad experiences with clinical things.
I think Nicholas will take it, but he won't. Well, actually, hang on. Is there a question of whether or not it will lose its potency?
He says it will, like, probably not by tomorrow, but in the next few days.
Like, Lazarina's probably even going to put up a fight about her blood being taken in the first place. She's going to let it happen eventually, but it's going to be a hot minute before she lets it happen.
Oh my god. I've been told to watch what I drink, so fuck it. I take it.
You take it. You chug it back. The pain is incredible. It's kind of like having the bends. Basically, you feel like your insides are expanding and your body can barely contain him. You watch as she contorts for a good half hour, just in writhing agony. You will take 3 aggravated damage. Unfortunately, there's no real way of knowing if it works until you do something, but upon next attempting to rouse the blood, you will feel a surge of power, and you will feel that you have in fact been healed. So he can do this a number of times. He can do this basically until he reaches 5 hunger. Mm-hmm. So he will be able to do it. Should be able to do it. Okay. Ooh. He'll be able to do it 3 times.
Well, here's the fun part, because I said that this man, as far as I'm concerned, is my new best friend. So if he gets hungry, I'm going to feed him. In particular, if it bonds him to me, because I also have my own blood I can drink.
Love it.
Excellent. So as you go through the rest of the evening before the dawn comes up, you will all have a point of the blood that you can drink. If you take it, 3 aggravated damage, takes 3 nights to heal. If you don't take it, let me know. It'll stay good for a number of nights, but do let me know what you decide to do with it. But you do have that.
Lazarine will take it, but not before checking in on Tiffany. And in a very panicked mode that does not suit her very dreamy, la-di-da self that you've known so far. Like, almost trying to hold you up and going like, are you okay? And like,
Tiffany,
there's this 1,000-yard stare that she's got.
She comes up from it, she's like, whew, fuck yeah.
You're sure?
Oh, that hurts like a bitch, but yes, that was amazing.
Okay, and she drinks first. So 3 aggravated?
Yes.
Right.
Nicholas will not drink it. And at some point, Nicholas will offer Armada a red handkerchief and say, you got a little bit right
Yeah,
here.
saving it for later.
You should at least clean the hands, though.
Why?
Fingerprints are a bitch these days.
Someone would have to find me. Why didn't you come inside? Did you think it was dangerous out here?
Of course I did.
Interesting. I guess you're really holding fast to some of those rules. We've been trained with the Sabbat.
If I was holding fast to the rules, so to speak, I would have been happy to come inside because there would have been nothing to worry about. But these days, well, let's just say I'm not going to be leading any Esbots anytime soon. I'm assuming that you're still affiliated? Black Hand and all, once in, never out? Family, blah, blah, blah.
Very interesting that you would go against our ways.
It's not like I was really welcomed in from the beginning anyway. It's more forced.
So, what do you believe in then?
Why do we have to have belief?
No belief. No will?
Why can't we just want to exist? Is that so wrong?
Of course, and then at what cost might there be of living, being what we are?
I said exist, not living.
I know, I was making a joke.
Oh,
Sorry.
No humor?
Are you as bad as jokes as I am?
It's one of the side effects of living in Queens. Your humor,
I see. Yeah,
problematic.
no. I only came back from the Middle East a little bit ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, and on a cool mission. And now I'm here.
You know that Ghana wars are going on, Miko, in the
Yeah.
in the Middle East. But
I don't even want to ask, but I'm sure. No. As interesting as it is meeting you, Armada, and, if I've offended, it wasn't intentional.
Well, I mean, I'm offended. It will be fleeting. We'll all die eventually.
I do have one burning question for you, though.
Of course.
You're not taking this, any air quotes, cure.
I'm not
So
infected.
Then why are you here? Why are you interested in whatever this plague is? And its origins and all of that?
Well, with all of the organized hunting, obviously that is of interest to my allegiances. Trying to figure out what's going on.
Is this you, or is this sanctioned?
What's the difference?
I think you'll find the difference is usually legal.
You talk a lot, don't you?
No, I took at inappropriate moments, I'm told.
Perfect. You still seeing things?
As
Yeah.
she says that, you look around, you notice that, in fact, they've all gone.
Oh. No, never mind, I don't.
Did anyone ask you what you were seeing?
No, actually, well, somebody asked me, but it was a very long time ago.
Okay, well, what did you see most recently, doll?
Strange, blurry creatures following me in a huge train. I couldn't touch them. They couldn't touch me either. It was odd. There were a lot of them.
I did not see anything when I looked. Interesting.
They came out of Nicholas's shadows, or something. I'm not sure.
What?
And as you ponder this, some of you cured, some of you not yet cured, all of you the possibility of being cured, having rescued the other 4 kindred, will find that the sun is on its way up. And so it is probably a pretty good time to vacate the area. As you are about to leave Lazarine, you will hear on the wind, and catching the last glimpse of one of these creatures before it disappears, you will hear your name. Your true name. Vincent, armed with your thin blood acolyte, you will continue to try and find the others and see about securing more of the cure for the other kindred.
I will bid adieu to my 3 companions and Armada if she didn't already leave. It's a pleasure to run into all of you again, and quite frankly, I hope again in a half. Hopefully I do not run into you again under previous circumstances.
Next time we should probably just have tea, Vincent.
Oh, tea would be delightful.
I like
Tea.
just flipping them.
I imagine a whiskey Red Bull for you.
For me?
I don't want to see any of you again.
Mutual.
You don't seem like you want to see anyone ever, though.
I sure don't.
You have that vibe.
And as the lot of you depart, Vincent, also with your having secured the other 4 kindred that you were sent to retrieve. Tiffany, as you take one last look from the boat on the shores of the island where Armada remains to clean up her mess, you will see her watching you all leave. Standing next to her in the darkness is a little grandmotherly figure who waves at you, Tiffany, in a manner that seems to promise that you will see each other again soon. And as you watch them depart on this boat, Armada, next to you, grandmother says, "He'll never come. But she might. She just needs proper persuasion."
I don't know. I think they all could come
Not him.
eventually.
He
No?
despises everything he is and where his power comes from way too much.
Isn't that where I was?
Yes, but you also had nothing else to live for. Now, her sire is already as good as with us. I will work her through him. Good
Sounds
work.
fun.
You find yourself alone on this island, surrounded by death, which, since you are you, it's just a natural state of being. And with that, my friends, we will end tonight's.
As we depart, I think Nicholas will hand a card to Tiffany. On one side, all it says is ink and bone, and on the other side, it has an address on just off Steinway Street in Astoria. And he says, if you're ever in Queens and you need a safe space, this is one of them.
And just before we split off, because you did your shroud ability, Lazarine's going to turn to you and go, I knew one person in London who could do that.
Nicholas just stares at her with curiosity, but also a little hint of fear.
It's an interesting ability.
On that hint of fear, my friends. Thank you so much for playing Haemolacria with us and finding the cure for the rest of your fellow kindred.